Hello there, good evening. So, I've been thinking lately about examinations and what are the academic tips that can be preferred or given when it comes to passing examinations or even passing examinations generally and then the Nigerian law school, exams, the bar final examinations. So, I'm going to make this video really quick. Um, Maybe I'll be talking about two tips here. In any case, the tips I'm suggesting here or that I'm discussing here, they are not absolute tips. So it goes back to adapting, whatever suggestions I offer here to your own um, best suited circumstances. So that's it. So the first thing I want to talk about is desire. So if you're writing an exam, say you're writing any exam, is um the first thing to note there is desire. So the question is, why do you want to pass the exams? Why do you want to pass, for instance, the bar final examination? So you need to sort of prep up yourself. And what do I mean by prepping up yourself? I mean trying to ensure that, okay, your your vibe, so to say, or your mentality for the exam is not derailed or not, not affected by any negative circumstances around you. So you hear a lot of people say, okay, the bar final exams is really tough, so many things. It's hard to pass and things like that. But the question is, you have to ask yourself, because all motivation is internal. The motivation that lasts is internal. You could listen to me, for instance, and listen to what I have to say for a while. But at the end of the day, after you watch this video finish, I won't be there when you are going through the daily grind of life, going through the daily task, assignments, and whatnot. But when you ask yourself, why do I want this? Could you just, to the very minutest, reasons? Maybe it could be for your family, it could be for better job opportunities, it could just to make your family happy. Tell yourself why you really want it. You might even remember a kind word someone said to you regarding the exams, and then you realize that um, that word actually kind of improves your positivity for the exams. So because everything is first mental before actual, it's first mentality before actuality. So it's first mentality before reality. So it's not absolute, yeah, but I think it does have a place. You have to ask yourself, why do I want to pass these exams at this time? I don't want to spend an extra year coming to write this exam again. That could be your motivating factor. So you need to constantly remind yourself of, all those things. So it's sort of a mental preparation, and it's very important. You could read Punch Campus Champion. You could just Google it, Punch Campus Champion. There are a lot of articles on people who have passed the exams before or any exam, and they give vital tips as well. So these things help. Yeah, these things help. Um, these things help. So read the stories of those who have gone by. Read. You could go on YouTube and just read interviews of students who have really passed the exam before. So when you tell yourself this is why I want it, and then you decide, okay, do I want what grade do I want? Do I want a pass? Do I want a 2-2? Do I want a 2-1? Do I want a first class? Look, at the end of the day, everything is based on your ability. So don't compare yourself with anybody. Yeah, but just have a goal that you know that is realistic for you. So if you think, oh, you want so and so grade, and this is what you are willing to work towards, why not? By all means, please do. So, but just have everything in focus, have everything in sight. That's very important. So, number one is your mental preparation, your desire. Desire is everything. Desire is everything. So So, and this video I'm making now is about, passing the law school exams, but more importantly, it's about passing any examinations at all, because I realized that, these tips work when you're writing examinations generally. So, the first thing I would like to say is desire. Why do you want it? So, you need to remember this every day. If you need to write it down, please do. Please do. Why do I want to pass this examination? Why do I want, to succeed in this examination at once? Okay. So number 2 is repetition. And guys, this is the best exam tip I've learned. You see, some people use it unconsciously, but whether you're using it consciously or unconsciously, it does work. So repetition. The thing is, if you can repeat any material over and over again, the information is going to stick. So I like to say that repetition is about reading what you do not know over and over again, to the point that you do not know that at a point in your life you did not know it. Maybe I should come over again. So repetition is about reading what you did not know to the point that you do not know that at a point you did not know it. So it means it has become part and parcel of you, such that you can't even remember that at a point there was a time I didn't know this. So whatever topic you're finding difficult, look, I did a course in 100 level relating to psychology, and it was talking about, memory, how the human memory works, and how that when you what's it called now, when you expose the brain to information the first time, the brain may not really get it, but so long as you keep exposing it, I think the thing was called the learning curve. And then the information I got from that material, that psychology book, was if you keep repeating an information over and over again, the first time you may not know it, the second time, third time, your brain is getting used to it, but the fourth, fifth time, or depending on you, basically, so long as you are repeating it over and over again, you realize that, look, this thing has become part and parcel of you. Okay, so once it becomes part and parcel of you, realize that it's hard for you to forget anymore. So that's it. So don't be discouraged. Of course, when you come into any new academic environment, maybe any new academic program, you are there because you want to learn something, and you are there because you did not know what you want to learn now. So the idea is gather the relevant materials, and as much as possible, try to repeat the materials over and over again to the point where you can, actually gain mastery of that material. It's just like, I'm just reminded now of a story of the stone cutter. Stone cutter is someone who breaks stone, and then he keeps hitting the stone every time. But you may not even see any obvious crack in that stone. But you may get lucky 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. It is after a long time, maybe 2 weeks, that the stone cracks. But he keeps doing it every day. Nothing is, the stone is not, dividing. There's no obvious change in, the progress of his task. And then he realizes that it is after a long time that the stone eventually cracks. So the question is, which of the hits actually cracked the stone? The truth of the matter is that it's a cumulative effort. So it's the result of the cumulative effort that he has been doing over the years that actually cracked the stone. So that tells you of the power of repetition. So you repeat an information today, it's like, it's like you are wondering, I read this thing and I can't remember. It's perfectly normal. Okay, so that's why I'm making this video. It's perfectly normal. You might be in that phase that, it's the transitioning phase. So you might be in that phase that, I'm spending a lot of hours, in the library, in my readings, in my study, and I'm not really getting anything done. And then you realize that, look, is it that I'm not getting it or what? So I'm here to tell you that it's perfectly normal. All right, but should you repeat the information over and over again? It's just like how we learned ABC. As a kid, just like every other kid today, You were in crèche, you were going every day. Your parents would dress you up in crèche, or when you were in KG1, they would dress you up, and all you were going to learn was ABC. Now today ABC looks so familiar, and that's why we say as simple as ABC. But when you were going to crèche and KG1, it was not simple. All right, so that's the idea. When you repeat any material over and over again long enough, it becomes part and parcel of you, and it becomes difficult to forget, because really no one can take the knowledge from you. That's why I think it was Aristotle who said that the root of education is bitter, but the fruits are sweet. So when you are getting the information, the task or the process may actually be bitter, but the fruits are